It was on. Hello. Come on. Tell me the audio is on. Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. Frank Sinatra's birthday today. And oh, I mean, yeah. Let me turn that. Okay. Happy birthday to Frank Sinatra. I've got tons of Frank Sinatra tunes to do. And also happy birthday to my late good friend Joyce Ducher. And I'll be playing one of songs that we wrote together too later on. And thank you everybody for showing up. Leslie and Jordan are out there, Amy and Trish. And of course we've got the Moose are here. Murray and Murphy. Murphy loves Christmas. He's got his Santa Claus hat on. So Murray, not so much. He's got, he just wears his scarf. But we're doing the tribute to Frank Sinatra today, and I've got a list of songs, and I'm just going to get right into it. And Frank Sinatra did a lot of Cole Porter songs, and I'm going to start with one of the ones I saw him do on a TV show special with Ella Fitzgerald. Now, if everything looks all right, that's great. If you notice anything that needs to be adjusted, let me know. I've got a few stories to tell you along the way, so we'll get into that as we go along. Anne-Marie, bonsoir. This is a Cole Porter song that I just love. It was a big hit at the Grand Hotel this summer. Well, is that an earthquake or simply the shock? Is it the good turtle soup or merely the mock? Is it a cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or only Asbury Park? Is it a fancy not worth thinking of? Or is it at long, long last love? Is it an earthquake or simply the shock? Is it the good turtle soup or merely the mock? Is it a cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see, or is it only Asbury Park? Is it a fancy not worth thinking of? Or is it at long last love? Or is it at long last love? Cole Porter's song, At Long Last Love, we used to call it the earthquake song. First line, is it an earthquake? Yeah. So welcome to the tribute to Frank Sinatra on his birthday, December 12th. He would have been 107 years old today, if I'm not mistaken. Some of you can correct me on that if I'm wrong. but happy to do the Sinatra tribute. I did a Sinatra tribute every week on Mackinac Island when I was there for 6 months. Let's see, how many times would that be? I don't know, 20 sometimes. And that was a lot of fun to do that. This is the same hat I wore on Mackinac Island. I did live stream some of those. And, of course, we got Murray and Murphy are here watching me and helping me out. And we got a little gift from Santa Claus, and that's you, Trish. You know who you are. We got some Moose Crunch delivered to the studio by surprise. This is only a small portion of what I got for Murray and Murphy to munch on, and it is very delicious. I can say that in my opinion, it's very delicious. I'm sure Murray and Murphy love it too. So, Moose Crunch. Let's see if I can bring up that picture of them with the Moose Crunch. Do I have it? Yeah. Yes, I do. Let's see if it works. There they are. Murray and Murphy with the Moose Crunch. So there you go. Moving right along. More Frank Sinatra. I got so many Frank Sinatra songs. I don't know if I can even have time to work them all in. So how's everybody doing out there? It's good to see everybody in the chat. So I'm just going to keep cranking out some great Frank Sinatra songs, as well as a new one that I've been doing by Harold Arlen that I did a little analysis video of. I'll tell you more about that later. We're just going to song from his album Songs for Swingin' Lovers. Well, it happened in Monterey a long time ago. It happened in Monterey in old Mexico. Stars and steel guitars and luscious lips as red as wine broke somebody's heart, and I'm afraid that it was mine. It happened in Monterey without thinking twice. I left her and threw away the key to paradise. My indiscreet heart longs for the sweetheart that I left in old Monterey. It happened in Monterey a long time ago. It happened in Monterey in old Mexico. Stars and steel guitars and luscious lips as red as wine broke somebody's heart, and I'm afraid that it was mine. It happened in Monterey without thinking twice. I left her and I threw away the key to paradise. My indiscreet heart longs for the sweetheart that I left in old Monterey. That I left in old Monterey. hits just keep on coming. This song was written by Isham Jones, and the guy did so well financially after writing this song that he just about retired. And I knew his great nephew Rusty was a drummer in Chicago, and he told the story. Told that story to me. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, and even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss. They wouldn't do, for nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss. They wouldn't do, for nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Yeah. The Great Standard, done by Frank Sinatra. That song was also featured in a movie with Harry Connick Jr. Trying to remember the name of it. Came out in like late 80s, I think. And was started off Harry Connick Jr.'s career with that song. So thank you. Yeah. Let's see how Murray and Murphy are doing. Yep, they're hanging in there. They're listening very intently, you can tell. Yep. All right. Well, still got a lot of music to come here. Frank Sinatra tribute. He was born on this day, December 12th, in 1915. And he... Remember to turn your cell phones off. I got to remember that myself. And actually was very, very dedicated to his craft and his art and his singing. He didn't write that many songs. He did write a couple, though. Not that I'm going to do today, but he was especially dedicated to singing and performing. And when he, the story goes that when he had a recording session coming up, he was known as a man about town. He would drink his. By the way, later on I'm going to take a little break and have a little Frank Sinatra special, Jack Daniels. But that'll come later. He liked to have a drink and party with people quite a bit, actually, more than the average person. But when it came to his time for his recording sessions and his dedication to his music and his craft, he would take weeks and have a special diet, no extraneous substances, and he would listen to opera every night on his phonograph, listen to the great opera singers for hours on end, getting his inspired and preparing for his recording sessions. So that's how dedicated he was to his craft. So, going to continue on with knowing that we got some very good songs coming up. I'm going to just say it. The best is yet to come. Mr. Ron Melman is in the house. Hi, Ron. Out of the tree of life, I've just picked me a plum. Well, you came along and everything started to hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. Wait till our lips have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day. You ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come. Babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come. Come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine. I'm gonna drink the cup dry. Wait till your charms are right for these arms to surround. You think you've flown before, babe, you ain't never left the ground. Wait till you're locked in my embrace. Wait till I draw you near. Wait till you see that sunshine place. There ain't nothing like it here. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come. Come the day you're mine. Okay, make it the best. Come the day you're mine, I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine, we're gonna drink the cup dry. Wait till your charms are right for these arms to surround. You think you've flown before, babe, you ain't even never left the ground. Wait till you're locked in my embrace. Wait till I draw you near. Wait till you see that sunshine place. Ain't nothing like it here. Oh, the best is yet to come. Babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come. Come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. The best is yet to come. The story goes that is the inscription on Mr. Francis Albert Sinatra's tombstone. That's kind of a little irony there, a little sense of humor. Yeah. And I've been doing a little analysis series of songs by Harold Arlen. Harold Arlen was possibly an underrated songwriter back in the days of the heyday of the Great American Songbook back in the 30s. And Frank Sinatra recorded several of his songs. So maybe I'll do a couple of them. Hey. Oh, Amy has a little trivia here. His daughter changed the tombstone inscription to "Sleep Well, Pops." I did not know that. So, yeah, learn a little trivia along the way. Not trivial, though. If somebody changes the inscription on your tombstone marker, that's possibly a major thing. So, Harold Arlen wrote not only Over the Rainbow, but many great songs like Get Happy. Forget your troubles, just get happy. And he wrote, I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Giant, huge song. He wrote, of course, Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, because he wrote those songs for the movie The Wizard of Oz. And he wrote this song that I just learned called This Time the Dream's on Me. I'm going to give it a try. I'll try to it's a new song to me, and I do have a little video analysis of it on my YouTube site. Yeah, so if you want to check that out, you're welcome to check that out. So I should know the song by now, but I was getting nervous. Somewhere, someday, we'll be close together, wait and see. What, by the way, this time the dream's on me. You'll take my hand and you'll talk to me adoringly. But as things stand, this time the dream's on me. It would be fun to be certain that I'm the one, to know that I at least supply the shoulder you cry upon, to see you through till you're everything you want to be. It can't be true, but this time the dream's on me. It would be fun to be certain that I'm the one, to know that I at least supply the shoulder you cry upon, to see you through till you're everything you want to be. It can't be true, but this time the dream's on me. Yeah, that's from the Harold Arlen Songbook. Masterful songwriter, underrated. He should be in the top 3 of the American songwriters. I'm not sure who could go ahead of him or behind him in that list. Irving Berlin's got to be one of the top 3, and then you can argue Cole Porter, George Gershwin. Did I say George Gershwin? Anyway, we won't get in. That's a discussion for another day. So, thank you. Well, I'm going to vary the list a little bit. I did put the list on the comments on Facebook of the songs I was going to do, but I know Leslie Ducher and Jordan Ducher are listening in Denver right now, and I'm going to do the song that dedicated to Jordan, And hope you get well quick, buddy. And since he's a pilot, and I did a little video on him a few years ago, I featured this song, which is a quintessential Frank Sinatra song. And you'll know how it relates to flying an airplane when I get into the song. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you could use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Mama Land there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's float off in the blue. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Say the words, we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, come on, let's fly away. Once I get you out there where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Say the words, we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. They say, come fly with me. Come fly with me. Come fly with me. Come on, let's fly away. All right. Hello to Leslie and Jordan Dushare. I'm going to do a song that I wrote with their mom, Joyce Dushare. We wrote a musical together, and one of the songs is a beautiful song that could have been done by Frank Sinatra. This wasn't. Spoiler alert: he never didn't even think to pitch it to him. But anyway, this is a beautiful song in the style of Frank Sinatra. This is the only song in my whole tribute, and also because it's Joyce. It would have been Joyce Dushare, the late Joyce Dushare's birthday today, the same day as Frank Sinatra. Her birthday was also December 12th. And this is a song we wrote together called Out of the Blue. Out of the blue, I found myself walking with you. Out of the blue, I found myself talking with you. Through springtime and summer, I felt a thrall that kept me thinking of you. Out of the blue, was askew. A smoky mist obscured my view. Dancing with you, laughing with you, I was brand new. Only one kiss cleared all the mist. Then for sure I knew I'd fallen in love with you out of the blue. Oh, life was askew, a smoky mist obscured the view. Dancing with you, laughing with you, I was brand new. Only one kiss cleared all the mist. Then for sure I knew I'd fallen in love with you out of the blue. Out of the blue. Oh, out of the blue. This song, Out of the Blue, that's an original song that I wrote with my songwriting partner Joyce Dushare several years ago, and in the context of a musical that was never fully produced. So happy birthday to Joyce wherever you are, and hello to Joyce's son and daughter Jordan and Leslie. Hopefully you're still listening there in Denver. All right, more songs. It's time for something a little Christmassy. And by the way, let's check on Murray and Murphy to see how they're doing. Yeah, they're doing okay. And thanks to the Santa Claus and Trish, you know who you are, for sending the Moose Munch. This stuff is awesome. Murray and Murphy certainly think it tastes good, as well as I had to sample it a little bit just to make sure it was good. And it's off the charts. This stuff is so good. So I don't know where you get it, but if you want to know, ask Trish. I think she's still here listening. She can tell you. So, time for a little bit of a Christmas thing. All right. And Frank Sinatra did record this song. So I'm not going out of the box on this one. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good, for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you you why Santa Claus is coming to town. That's how Frank would have done it. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why Santa Claus is coming to town. 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 Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Christmas season. And he's coming to town. Yeah, Murray and Murphy are doing fine over there. They're so engrossed in the concert they've stopped eating the Moose Munch for a little while. They really jumped away at that stuff for a while. Okay, plenty of Sinatra songs to get to. This is one that was a very popular song up on Mackinac Island. I played the full season at the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island at a place called the Cupola Bar. The Grand Hotel is a very obviously large hotel, truly a 5-star hotel, and it's 4 stories. I'm not sure how many rooms they have, but it's a lot, and they're expensive. But at the top of the 4 stories, there's a cupola, like a little bubble on top of the hotel, overlooking Lake Huron. And the Mackinac Bridge is on the right, and we have the windows on 3 sides of this little room, about 40 feet by 40 feet. It's essentially a piano bar on top of the hotel, and it was I have to say, it was a nice gig. I met a lot of great people, and I had a lot of fun playing some great music. And of course, I did my Sinatra tribute every Tuesday night, and so we'll see. It's very, very likely or extremely possible I'll be back there next season. So we'll talk more about that later. In the meantime, I'm going to do this. What song was I going to do? Oh, this very popular song on Mackinac, because it seemed to fit the natural surroundings of the view, spectacular view from the from this place atop the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, Michigan. Oh, the summer wind came blowing in across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and we strolled the golden sand. 2 sweethearts and the summer wind. like painted kites, the days and nights went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky, but softer than a piper man, one day he called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. I see you out there dancing. Oh, the autumn wind, the winter winds have come and gone, but still the days, the lonely days go on and on. Guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. The summer wind, ooh, the summer wind. And the #1 requested Sinatra song from this past summer at the Grand Hotel was this one. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Well, fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. All right, I think the musician-singer has earned a little break. Don't you think so, Murray and Murphy? Yes, boss. Yep. Okay, I thought so. Well, since it's Frank Sinatra's birthday, hey, Miles is in the house. Miles Green. Since this is a Frank Sinatra tribute, I have to adjust here and have a little This is what Frank Sinatra would drink. And you're probably wondering, if that's really a bottle of Jack Daniels, then why are you using a wine opener? Well, it's a little bit of theater, because I'm not that crazy about Jack Daniels, but I do like red wine, so I'm opening. I'm this little secret behind the scenes here. I'm opening a bottle of red. Yeah, Miles, you're just in time to remind me to take a little break here and take a little time out for a little snort here. I think Frank would approve, right? So thank you everybody for showing up. Really, this is always fun to do. I do a lot of Frank Sinatra songs anyway, but to do a tribute to him, even though I'm not wearing a tux, I usually wore a tux for my Frank Sinatra tribute at Mackinac Island, but I played a gig in Traverse City, and I'm staying at my son's house over there, and I left my tux there this weekend. So, yeah, well, you know, sometimes Frank Sinatra wore a jacket and tie. So, I am Miles. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas to everybody. So, we didn't have a little pop, but that's okay. So again, when I pour the wine, you don't pour it over the keyboard. You go in back of the keyboard. And actually, I'm going to pretend it's Jack Daniels because I put this special label on it because it's Frank Sinatra's tribute and Frank Sinatra's birthday. You might say, it doesn't even look like Jack Daniels. Why should I? I just like a good Cabernet. So, Sante, Slancha, L'chaim, and to your health, and Prost, whatever they say in Germany, and have a good time on Frank Sinatra's birthday. Also, it's the birthday of Joyce Ducher. I did one of the songs we wrote together earlier, and Jordan and Leslie, for son and daughter, are possibly still watching. If you're still here, thank you. Cheers. Little celebration here. I am going to probably do a Christmas night too, sometime before Christmas. I'm not sure exactly when. Usually I do the Frank Sinatra tribute as a Zoom session, but honestly I was so busy I didn't have time to get it together. I do have a link for tips. Tips are appreciated, so thank you very much if you're able to leave a tip of any amount. That's deeply appreciated. I have a link on the description on Facebook, and I also have a link on the description on YouTube. So thank you for that. Slancha. I think I've only done about 5% of the Sinatra songs I could do. So I could go on for hours. I'm probably going to do another 20 minutes or so, and just have some fun, some of the great Sinatra songs. And then in a little while, I'm going to do my favorite Sinatra song. So that's coming up. Actually, I don't even know what song that would be. You know, I started learning one of the songs from his album. He did a album called In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning was the name of the album he did in the 50s. And on there was another Harold Arlen. I've been engrossed with Harold Arlen songs lately. Beautiful Harold Arlen song that I haven't learned yet, but it's called Last Night When We Were Young. And I was going to try to learn it for tonight, but I had the gigs this past weekend. I had to prepare too much going on, bottom line. So, but Last Night When We Were Young is just a great, beautiful song by Harold Arlen, and I will be learning that in the future. And it was done by Frank Sinatra had the quintessential version. Judy Garland also did a version of it. Carmen McRae did. Tony Bennett did it. So anyway, that's coming up. Cheers. Carl Schumann. Welcome to my buddy Carl from Santa Fe, New Mexico. We've got the Southwest covered with Sedona and Santa Fe. We've got the Detroit area, suburbs with Amy here, and we've got Denver, people from Denver here. We've got Chicago. Miles Green is here from the Chicago area. Yeah, thank you all for coming, and I'm happy to share these great songs, Frank Sinatra, with you guys. I had the list, but I'm just going to kind of play by ear here and kind of go through whatever comes to mind. So, great songs of Frank Sinatra. Oh, we've got Anne Marie in Eastern Canada. Thank you. And we've got Janice over in Traverse City. Yeah. Thanks for saying hello, Janice. And Anne Marie, I didn't mean to forget you. I try to always acknowledge you for tuning in all the way from Eastern Canada in a lovely little town near Moncton called You're not in Bucktouche. You're in. Anyway, you know where you are, and we know you're there. So there you go. Susie Sandner. Susie Sandner, you must be related to me. You have to be related to me. That's my son Shane's wife. Sandy Jones, Northern Michigan. We've even got people from Northern Michigan watching. If you have time, come on over and enjoy the rest of the concert in person. Yeah, Anne Marie is in New Brunswick. Thank you. Shediac, New Brunswick. Thank you. And this is dedicated to all the people, everybody in the audience, and this is what you're making me feel like tonight. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. You make me feel so young. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, a wonderful thing to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. You make me feel so. You make me feel so. You make me feel so young. Yes, Frank Sinatra from his album, The Songs for Swingin' Lovers. Probably my favorite album of his. He did a lot of great songs on that album, and I'll be doing. I'm just gonna keep playing. So. When I was working in Morocco, yes, Africa, the doorman there and I got to be good friends because I would chat with him. And he was quite a guy. He was always happy, always smiling. And he was perfect person for that job of the doorman at this beautiful Hyatt hotel in Casablanca, Morocco. And he would greet everybody with a smile, and he knew how to say hello. I think he said in like 200 different languages. The guy was amazing. And one time he just started singing this song, and I go, oh, even Frank Sinatra is well known in Africa. So this is the song he sang, and it's Frank Sinatra's signature song, actually. Shane, my son, we must be related. You spelled my last name right. Thank you. He's listening on YouTube. So let me put his message. You folks on Facebook can't see the messages on YouTube. So that's a YouTube message. There you go. What's that picture? Picture of a lake and a pier on Shane, my son Shane's photo on YouTube. Oh, very nice. And Sandy says she's from Northville. That's near Detroit also. Okay, here we go. Everybody can sing along with this, and you're welcome to dance. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances they'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, until the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out all right for strangers in the night. You can dance cheek to cheek on this one. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, until the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out all right for strangers in the night. Okay, everybody, sing along now. Doobie doobie doo, be doobie 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 doo, be doobie 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 doo, for strangers in the night. That's the Frank Sinatra spirit right there in that song. That was popular when I was playing gigs back in the 60s. So, yeah, I was just a little boy at the time, of course. My favorite Frank Sinatra song, I will get to that later, actually. But another Cole Porter song that was done by Mr. Francis Albert Sinatra, I'm going to do right now. As Dorothy Parker once said, to her boyfriend, fare thee well. As Columbus announced before he was bounced, it was swell, Isabel, swell. As Abelard said to Heloise, why not drop a line to me, please? As Juliet cried into Romeo's ear, Romeo, why not face the facts, my dear? Well, it was just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then rings. It was just one of those things. Well, it was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings. It was just one of those things. Oh, if we thought a bit of the end of it before we'd started painting the town, we'd have been aware that this love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. Oh, if we thought a bit of the end of it before we'd started painting the town, we'd have been aware that this love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we might meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. Tequila or red wine. From the Frank Sinatra songbook. All these songs I'm doing are just classics, just amazing classics. And he did some kind of obscure songs too, but I don't know if I want to get into that. But I will be doing my favorite Frank Sinatra song. Not just yet, though. I'm going to have a sip of my wine. I'm thinking of breaking out some of this Moose Crunch because I was sent by a... one of you who might be here listening, and you know your name, Trish, who sent some Moose Munch to my studio, and there's Murray and Murphy sitting with this Moose Munch. They just love it, and I think I'm going to have to. I have to have something to go with my wine, so I'm going to try this. This one is called it doesn't autofocus. Come on, autofocus. Okay, my autofocus is not working too well. But anyway, this is called Dark Chocolate Butter Pecan. I think this is perfect for moose or for singers and piano players too. So I'm gonna. Wow, it's really hard to open. I may not be able to open it, folks. Oh, yes, I can. See, where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm going to just try this called Moose Munch. You can see it. Oh, yeah. That's really good. I'm going to give some to Murray and Murphy. Here. There you go, guys. Moose Munch. There you go. I'm just going to have one more piece, though, before I give it to him. Okay. It's really good. Here you go. Right down there. Help yourself, guys. Okay. Tribute to Frank Sinatra, Francis Albert Sinatra. Today is his birth date, December 12th. And we are doing a tribute to Francis Albert. I've been doing one every year for many years. Back in 2011, I did one of my first ones from the St. Luke's Church in Sedona. And the minister there, Bishop McManus, recorded it and put it on YouTube. It's got almost 60,000 views now on YouTube, so I'm kind of blown away by that. Moose Munch. I never heard Frank Sinatra sing live, but I did see him when I was visiting some friends in Chicago who were performing at the Pump Room, where I used to play a lot also when I was living in Chicago. And I went in there to visit my friends, and okay, my friend Ray is watching from the Detroit area, from Grosse Pointe. That's nice. Ray, in order to comment on YouTube, you have to be logged in to your to your Google account, connected with your with your YouTube page, and then you can comment on YouTube. You can just leave a comment on YouTube, and it'll show up to us here. Or you can switch over to Facebook, and you can leave a Facebook comment. If you go to my channels, facebook.com/SandnerMusic, you can leave comments on Facebook that way. But thank you for coming, Ray. Appreciate your being here. So I saw Frank Sinatra walk in to the restaurant, the Pump Room, which was on North State Street in Chicago. And I was visiting some of my musician friends who were playing there. And somebody came up to the band and said, "Hey, here's a couple $100 a piece. Frank wants you to play for another hour." And they said, "Sure." So they